Somewhere in 5th century Athens, a playwright whose name we no longer know wrote something that stopped a compiler named Stoicism in his tracks. He copied it down, preserved it, and centuries later, a classicist named James Romm pieced these fragments back together. What emerged wasn't a self-help manual. It was something stranger and more honest, a view of happiness that most of us aren't taught to look for. The ancient Greeks had a radical idea that happiness isn't something that happens to you, it's something you construct. The mind sees and the mind hears, one fragment reads. This means the eyes are just instruments. What you make of what you see, that's where happiness lives or doesn't. A person with a wealthy soul, the play suggests, holds something that no fortune can give and no misfortune can take away. Material wealth, they warned, is a facade. Real richness comes from wisdom, from knowing how to read the world around you. Which is perhaps why the most practical advice the plays offer isn't know thyself, but something subtler. Know others. Navigate accordingly. Carry your provisions internally. But inward wisdom alone isn't enough. The Greeks were surprisingly domestic in their vision of the good life. Stay home, the plays say, repeatedly, almost insistently. The world outside is cluttered with contest, with reputation, with law, with the endless knives of people trying to be more than they are. The truly happy person retreats from that. They find their joy in small pleasures, eating well, drinking with ease, loving someone. They watch newborn children in the house and feel something that no public triumph could replicate. A little, but have it with pleasure. That's the formula. Not abundance, not achievement. Modest contentment, taken day by day for as long as resources last. And then there's the part we tend to skip. The Greeks didn't think happiness was the absence of suffering. They thought it was what you did with suffering. The happiest person, one fragment declares plainly, isn't the one with the most joy. It's the one with the least pain. That's a different ambition entirely. Rather than asking the gods for a painless life, one playwright suggests asking for something harder to obtain, surpassing courage. The strength to bear what comes, because something always comes. Luck, they wrote, is a kaleidoscopic and wandering thing. Assuming it will hold is the real naivety. And wealth is the most seductive trap. It blinds the people who chase it. A rich person who still wants more is, in their terms, effectively poor. What's striking about these fragments isn't how foreign they feel, it's how familiar. A quiet home, a simple meal, the presence of someone you love, the discipline to carry your joy inside you where the world can't reach it. These weren't consolation prizes. For the Greeks, this was the whole point. Maybe it still is.